I was born ready, baby.
I was born ready. Here we are, our beautiful faces broadcast for millions. And when I say millions, I mean millions of people watching on their phones and on their computers and on their systems and whatever it is that they use to tap in to the motherfucking show. How the heck are you, gentlemen?
Dr. Dell's apparently running on a few hours of sleep. Here he is.
Hey. Shit sleep gang in the house.
It's all the camera stuff. These phones just get
We'll balance each other out. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, really? Damn. We're on the same schedule, I think.
6:30 p.m. and I just woke up. My life is going great.
I mean, people who work at call centers do that shit.
That's very true.
Oh, bro. Did I mention last week the fucking super call center supervisor from hell potentially? Did I talk about the weeboos that were in the thrift store wearing their fucking mid-century looking cupcake skirts and fucking overly done white face paint and shit? Like,
I would have remembered that. So
all right.
Yeah.
So me and Nikki are
Crazy to not remember.
right. Well, I wish I had Thomas Horton with me at the time to just go, what the fuck is going on over here? But me and Nikki were thrifting and we were in this store and there was this whole mob of chicks that were just like weebooing the fuck out of their situation, dressing up like little baby dolls and like having reindeer horns and ears and shit. And look, do your thing. That's all good. I don't have a problem with that. What I had a problem with was this chick explaining to this old man, this is my lifestyle. And I dress like this when I go to my call center job where I'm a supervisor. As soon as she said she was a call center supervisor, I was like, this is a Persona villain. This is a JRPG villain in like an office setting. Like the guy's in a cubicle and he has to go around the floor trying to dodge supervisors and battling with random people. He has to go in their cubicle and shit. Like, they're always assholes. Like I've worked at several call centers all together, probably not even a whole month, because I'll be there one day and quit. And so they've all been like super suck the corporate schlong, bash you with the nutsack of the corporation, and just ruin everybody's life. All the supervisors I've ever seen at call centers. So like, what could come of this, man?
Oh, yeah.
I just don't believe that they were a supervisor of a call center and they dressed like that at the call center.
No, I believe it. I believe it because people are so fucking afraid to offend people in the civilian world in America right now. I mean, you can't get away with any type of being negative about anybody's personality. Somebody could be like, nah, dude, I literally just, like, it's who I am. I shit in the parking lot in front of everybody. It's who I am. And you couldn't be like, bro, no, you're fucked up. People be like, you don't walk his walk. You don't know what, his rectum is like.
You don't know what he's been through.
Yeah, the man shits where he shits. Leave him alone, like, you can't.
When he goes shitting near my car.
Right.
You don't know what hole he's put in.
Yeah. But yeah, that was an interesting situation. It was also interesting seeing this old man who's just this old, guy from this redneck town who's just like, what the fuck? And it was to the point where he was like, hey, you guys, what the fuck is going on over here? And I thought it was so funny because people our age just don't do that. We see somebody being weird and we're like, I'm weird too. I'm just not like peacocking like that. You know, it's not as easy to see my weird, so whatever.
It's like that crazy old black guy who's like, last night and night before,
Oh yeah,
three women.
there was three
walking down
women.
the street that way. I saw 'em. I said, hey, you three women, why are y'all walking down the street that way? There's nothing down there. They flew away. I said, oh, there's some birds.
There's some birds.
There's some birds.
Dude, I just lost it when I first watched that video. That shit slayed the fuck out of me. He was just like, oh, them some birds. And the guy that was filming it was like, yo, this is my dad saying some crazy shit. Check this out. I'm like, maybe you need to take your dad, I don't know, somewhere. You know.
I'm on an open mic.
Yeah, them birds, they was birds.
I saw them with some birds.
It's just like, oh well, I was just literally tripping fucking balls, but there you go. Oh well. Just some birds.
Put that guy in front of a mic and make him read the newspaper. That'll destroy the.
Well, I think they did. Have you ever seen the Rent's Too Damn High guy? It's a very similar situation.
I think I've.
Well, there's a guy who ran for the mayor of New York. What was his name?
Oh, fuck, I'm trying to find it.
I can't remember. Anyway, this guy was running for mayor of New York. And he decided that, you know, the whole platform that he was going to run on was that the rent in the city was too damn high. And that was like, what was it? Jimmy McMillan. Yes, dude. And so he kind of went viral because they would be in these little fucking debates and everybody would be like, blah, 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 blah. He was like, shh, I want everybody to be quiet. Listen, you hear that? It's the sound of a child's stomach rumbling. You know why? Because the rent's too damn high. And he would just have like all these rhymes and all this fucking shit about the rent's too damn high. They were like, what about gay marriage in New York? Because this was like mid 2000s, right? So he was like, gay marriage? You want to marry a shoe? The rent too damn high. Party will marry you to a shoe. We don't care about what you do in your relations. You know why? Because the rent's too damn high. Just like the greatest, man.
Question is, did he win?
No, he did not.
That is an absolute travesty.
And he was like anti-violence, right? He put out a good message. They asked him to like what he thought negative about the people he was running against. He was like, as a karate expert, I choose not to say anything negative about any of my opponents here on this stage. As a karate expert, that shit is fucking boss.
This guy should run for president. I'm back him. I'm not
And dude, he had like the Hulk Hogan, like the Hulk Hogan bald spot thing going on, kind of like his hair was thinning up here and he was still slicking it back like the long hair, and it was white with the fucking leather gloves on. He was always wearing a suit and like these leather gloves because he's in New York, you know. It's cold as a bitch up there.
As long as it ain't Kanye or fucking Trump going again for office, get McMillan in office.
Dude, I'm trying to talk about when
For America.
we could laugh at politics, not the tragic, horrific hellscape that's happening right now.
Yeah, we can laugh at the previous stuff.
Yeah, the current stuff's not funny anymore.
Funny into actually concerning.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
laughing my ass off. I don't know what you guys are talking
Well,
about.
yeah, but like that's because you don't live there. Neither do I. So.
Thomas has the benefit of living in Ohio. Like, Thomas can evacuate the country relatively quickly. Just Canada. Blame Canada. Just make his way up there.
So if Kanye gets elected, there's going to be a mass exodus towards Canada.
Crack the immigration website.
I think we're seeing the deterioration of Kanye West. I'm not really so much concerned about him taking control as I'm concerned that, like, he's close to being, you know, in some kind of Britney Spears-esque capacity before too long.
Leave Kanye alone.
Yeah, I mean, there may be those people, but at the same time, Kanye also needs to leave Kanye alone.
I love the fact that his fans have been like, no matter what he says, they just purport it as the truth.
Well,
like, yeah, that's the right thing.
You gotta also understand, like this isn't far off from, you know how, like, there's the Klan, and, like, there's a certain sect of the population that no matter how smart people get, these people will stay dumb enough to think that the Klan is a good idea. No matter what happens, there will be that percentage of people in a society who are so goddamn stupid they can't realize that somebody else's skin color is not what their problems are. Their problems are something else.
I think the main problem with that is that current sect is actually getting larger.
Well, it's getting larger in different areas than it used to. Racism doesn't look like it did in 1965 anymore. It looks like people in polo t-shirts and slacks and their little fucking golf hat who meet up and drink fucking, you know, their little light beers and fucking talk about racist shit. And then you have the people who follow Kanye West, whose parents grew up learning about religion and life skills in fucking prison, and then come out fucking brainwashed by the black Israelites the same way that the neo-Nazis get brainwashed for their racist shit in prisons. And then they go to these places like out west and like Oregon and shit. There's literal Nazi compounds of these motherfuckers that had to choose their race and shit in jail and like become super racist. That's why, like, you know, reformation in prisons, people being reformed is total bullshit. They go in there and it's like, you know, join your skin color's gang or get the shit beat out of you every day type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, you know, people get radicalized, and then Kanye West starts making sense to them because all he's doing is spouting off like literal racist gang shit. Like, they're anti-Jewish, like a motherfucker.
Also, what's been this thing where he's been like wearing this black morph suit?
Look, see,
I don't know what that is. I don't think I want
we've all wanted to be ninjas, okay, at some point. I believe Kanye West just wants to be like a ninja from Batman Beyond. Like, he's up a level, like it looks different, you know. But at the end of the day, I can't judge him for looking like a fucking idiot as much as I can for him, you know, speaking absolutely hateful fucking bullshit.
He thinks he has the ninja pass, but he doesn't.
He's not a ninja. He's really not. It's like ninjas do everything they can to not be seen. He does everything he can to draw some kind of attention to himself. So
I don't know if that morph suit is meant to be like hiding his identity, and he tells everyone he's Kanye West. Kind of defeats the purpose of hiding your face.
And he rolls with people that bitch about masks. It's like, bro, you're going the whole extra yard. Nobody said cover your fucking entire everything.
Encase yourself.
Yeah. That's the real face diaper. The one that wraps around your entire fucking head.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to take it one step further. He's going to wear one of those like full body condoms.
Dude. I think that some crazy shit's about to happen, though. I think that the Republicans are going to be going at each other because I don't think Trump's going to get the nomination for the Republican Party. I think that that shit's going to be hilarious. Dude, the memes that are about to go down are about to be epic. There is going to be a meme war like the world has never seen.
The election doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in office. It's just who matters. Who's the most memeable.
It's the memes, dude.
Exactly. We are going to weaponize memes.
It already has been, bro.
Yeah, it already happened.
Way.
Been doing that shit for a couple of years now.
Mm-hmm.
So the have more nuclear than the bombs in Russia.
Dude.
It really depends on who's gonna actually run, like, because some of the memes can get really spicy depending on who's going to be running. If they don't, then...
And since Elon Musk owns Twitter now...
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
That's some spicy stuff there.
We in for some shit.
There are some people I know that are really pissed off about that one.
I mean,
There is places that some people are really mad about it, but then some people are actually really happy because he's been changing it slightly for the better, but he's also just like, he's just the one owning it.
Oh
And
yeah, I could finally call someone a cunt without immediately getting banned.
Oh my God.
Banning people, like fuck this banning shit.
Y'all. You want to hear the funniest breaking news story?
Oh sure.
Now listen, I don't want anybody, make sure you're all sitting down. I don't want anybody to get too shocked about this one. All right. This advertisement says The Rock once admitted to taking steroids.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Chad, next you're gonna tell me water's best.
You're telling me that he's got to be 50-year-old man can look like that without he has to take steroids? No.
Oh, I was the only one that didn't react to that. You're just like, your fatal thing, I just like, yep.
No, Thomas is holding it in. He's gonna burst eventually.
Yeah, little do we know there's like piss running down his leg right now, just like he was frozen solid.
If we watch it,
Not The Rock.
we can slowly see him get redder and redder.
Dude, it just blows my mind when people are like, I'm going to get in the gym, bro. I'm going to look like this. And it's just like, I don't know how to break this to you. There's this thing called biology. And it works a lot like this. You either got it or you're going to have to fucking trade your life over to get it. It's either happens naturally for you or you literally have to fucking punish yourself every fucking day brutally. Like these actors and shit that get in super good shape for movie roles and stuff. What they don't tell you is like how often they sleep. You know, what kind of fucking juice they're on. You know, there's like hormones and all this hormone therapies and shit that they do. Because some of these guys will get in shape for like Avengers movies in 4 months. And you don't do that like by going to the gym and eating good.
Biologically possible.
Yeah, you don't do that by going to the gym and eating good.
Like, oh, I've packed on 30 pounds of muscle in 2 months. That is it.
I mean, what you can do with half a year is remarkable, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't look like Chris Hemsworth, that's for sure.
It's not the
He's not gonna
same
beat
thing.
Jason Momoa.
No, but you can get in really good shape. I've seen people transform their whole lives in like 6 months.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's why I think that voice acting is a bit of a better medium to get into because nobody gives a shit what you look like.
What? I mean, why would you say that about yourself? That's fucking hammered. We're all sexy motherfuckers on here.
Absolutely. Look at it.
You gotta hold it down for the red beards. But you do have a good voice, and you do good impressions, so I think voice acting would be cool.
Yeah, see, I was actually auditioning for, I don't know if you know who Rachel Messer is. She's like, she does like a lot of anime dubs and whatnot.
Cool.
She had a
I think
project,
I've heard of her.
yeah, she had a project going on called Grass Heart. She had like this game coming out that she was sort of helping with, and I auditioned for that, and she said that like, you know, the takes on the characters that I presented did sound good, but like the quality of it just wasn't there because it's like what I do is I record from my webcam software with the mic attached to it, and there's like some buzzing in the background, and it's like she said it wasn't really like quality enough for games, so I'm trying to learn how Audacity works.
I was about to recommend Audacity.
Yeah, so it's like just kind of trying to figure that shit out. And she put out another tweet saying, like, even if you're not elected, I'd like to see you come back again. To everybody who auditioned that wasn't selected. Like, I'd like to see you come back again because I'd like to work with you. I tweeted back, I'll return as soon as I figure out how Audacity works. And that's pretty much what I'm in the process of doing right now.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Well, it's all the process, isn't it? And you just gotta figure this shit out. Like all the small shit on that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's never really no. It's always right now, not right now. You know, if you're pursuing it, it'll happen. You know, that's the way I look at jobs and creative ventures and stuff like that. As long as you keep putting in the work. And that's why I get frustrated in a lot of shit that I do, is because I know that like I'm not putting in the work. I'm never mad when I'm working super hard, cause shit happens. But it's like whenever I'm not working super hard, I get frustrated because I know that I'm not putting it in. But as long as you're putting it in, bro, that day will come.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So what are you into, Fred? What are your projects?
My current projects are just trying to not die.
Hey, hey, that's one we can all get behind. Annapolis, can you reveal any of your trade secrets, anything that you're working on, or is it all blocked behind some kind of mysterious wall of legality?
A lot of it is. I can tell you that I've been doing just some regular music shit with a homie of mine.
Hell yeah.
Been doing a lot of acoustic stuff rather than badass heavy metals for once.
Is it tear in the beer type stuff? What is it?
It's a buddy of mine he had a lot of ideas that he hasn't executed on in like years. So I just kind of forced him at gunpoint to finish it. He was like, oh, you want to hop on this? And I was like, sure, why not? It's half original stuff of his and half like covers. Shit like Neutral Milk Hotel, fucking Mac DeMarco, stuff like that.
Cool.
Also, Ninopolis, I can't believe you've abandoned badass heavy metal.
I've not abandoned it. I've just taken a break from it.
I can't believe you've done
The
this.
comments such as that.
Me and badass heavy metals are going through a period right now where it's just like we need
Yep.
distance.
Having a sabbatical.
Yeah, exactly.
There is a happening.
Right now.
There's something happening.
You just see other people, goddammit.
I am the other person. I'm the one seeing badass heavy metal.
Yeah.
We've switched places.
I've definitely had my fair share of heavy metal experiences to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to see anything more badass than this ever again.
Well, that's the problem. Is like it's a constant like one up thing. You'll be like, oh, I'll never hear anything heavier than this. Then you'll hear someone else, oh God, I'll never hear anything.
It's not even like how heavy it is. It's just like, when am I ever going to see Slayer again? Never.
Oh god, yeah.
You know, when am I ever going to see Marilyn Manson again? Never. Just all these different, like I've been to a few of these festivals and just gotten really lucky to see like Korn and fucking, you know, just amazing metal bands. And then I'll see metal bands at the club and shit, and I'll just be like, yes, this is heavy as all fucking hell. But it wasn't, you know, Slipknot. It wasn't fucking Primus, you know, it was...
Apparently Pantera's going through a quote-unquote reunion right now.
Man, fuck Pantera. Let's just be real. I respect the music, and it pisses me off that their music was so good. Because fuck Pantera, dude. Like the whole rebel flag shit and fucking Phil doing the whole Hitler salute. Like, no.
It gets cancelled by Pantera fans.
Huh? You mean like fucking everybody on planet Earth? There's nobody that likes heavy music that can listen to their shit and be like, man, that sucks. Pantera doesn't suck, but fuck them, dude. You know? They're great. That's what makes me so mad.
Doug Bag is one of the fucking greatest guitarists ever.
So fucking pissed, man. And then, yeah, he's sitting there fucking shredding, just killing it. It's like tattered rebel flag guitar.
To that guitar.
It's what the fuck, man? You've got a goddamn rebel flag belt buckle, rebel flag hat, and guitar. Chill out, dude.
I mean, he was redneck and all fuck, so it was to be expected.
So was most of the clan. Like, I mean, come on. Like, there, that's no excuse, you know? Being redneck doesn't excuse you from anything.
Is Pantera in one hand, the clan in another.
Yeah, dude, like,
Very close to each other.
And then you also got fucking Phil Anselmo. You got fucking Phil Anselmo doing his fucking white power shit.
he did, dude. He did. And it's just like, to me, that put a check mark behind so many drooling redneck idiots that they were right and then powered by what they were doing. Because here's one of their heroes just like co-signing that shit. And it's just like, dude, when you have that kind of respect, which he sang about, you can't co-sign shit you don't agree with. Like hateful, fucking fucked up shit. It's one thing to be 1980 whatever metal guy with rebel flag t-shirt or whatever. But it's another thing to do the goddamn Nazi salute. Because then you can't just be like, well, we were in Alabama, so we thought we'd wear the rebel flag, and it's just a Southern pride thing. When you do the Hitler salute, you're pretty much just like, oh yeah, mass genocide. Come on, bro.
See, Kyle, Southern Pride.
Right. Get rid of that shit, dude. So I just can't be behind Pantera. I want to because I do like their fucking music, but as far as wanting to go see a show of them or them coming back to go on tour, it's just like, dude.
Well, the thing is, it's not fully Pantera because it's like Phil Anselmo, Rex.
Well, yeah, because half of the
Yeah.
band is dead.
Right, just
Dimebag and Vinnie
We have
Paul
to
both
reunion
dead.
of, like, one guy.
yeah. Just like Drowning Pool, you know, their lead singer died shortly after their rise to fame. And it's like, I can't just go see you guys. The lead singer's fucking dead.
Oh yeah, so it's like what was it about Gore?
Yeah, well, Guar was always an ensemble, and it was about the characters. It wasn't a,
Yeah, but I still think like the lead singer died and so like the thing it changed a bit. You could feel the change.
yeah, has to change. You know, they would have passed that down regardless. You know, the plan for that band was obviously to keep rolling. So I will see Guar would be something that, like, if we ever had them, our grandkids could go see. Because they'll just replace everybody, just like they do that band Here Come the Mummies. They all change out, you know. That's the good thing about having a gimmick band. Is it's the gimmick that sells the shit. It's not just, like, nobody talks about Guar because without their gimmicks, they are the greatest metal band of all time. Like, it's the full package that makes them badass.
No one goes to see those shows because they want to see the people. They go to the show because they want to see the gimmick. They want to be kidnapped from the audience. They want to be sprayed
Yeah.
slime and stuff.
Right.
They want all that.
It's the experience. Yeah.
They want that.
I brought it up in the Discord yesterday, but I was streaming Hello Neighbor 2 yesterday, and my honest thoughts going into it were I was expecting to hate it entirely, you know, because the first one was a god-awful mess of just nothing. Like, a lot of the puzzles didn't make sense at all. They were just like in this weird, trippy fucking cartoon world and whatnot. Nothing was grounded in any semblance of reality whatsoever. And with Hello Neighbor 2, with all the stuff I've been seeing about that, I'm just like, there's no fucking point to make this. But as I was doing the stream yesterday, I was like, playing it, after playing it for like a couple hours, I was like, am I actually enjoying this? Like, things seem to be actually functioning. Like, there's no need to like stack boxes anywhere. There's like actual legitimate puzzles going on that make sense in the universe. Like,
They did a better job.
well, I think it's like because Dynamic Pixels was the developers of the last game. Tiny Build published it, but like Dynamic Pixels is like this little Russian company that made it.
Damn it. They got us
They got rid
again.
of them, and they got rid of them. They had like I think they made like an in-house studio called Eerie Guest or something like that, and
The Russians?
like a lot of the problems that the first game had, and like refined them, and like they had shit make sense in a way that it doesn't feel like you're just like you have to look up multiple fucking walkthroughs to get done. I did have to look up a walkthrough at one point that I got stuck on, but most of it felt very practical. A lot of the puzzles felt way more practical than the first game offered. The second game just felt like what the first game should have been, just like going to different people's places and just like trying to meet an ultimate end goal. Granted, I'm only halfway through it right now, so there's still room for it to suck down the line. but for the first like 4 hours I played of it, it was surprisingly fun to go through.
Does that guy with the mustache still chase you around?
He is still part of the game, but like
That
he's
son
not-
of a bitch. Man, I fucking hate that creepy bastard.
Chad, you're just jealous that you can't get a mustache like that.
I could if I wanted to. I don't want a mustache like that.
Buzz Lightyear chin.
Yeah, I don't want to reveal my Buzz Lightyear chin.
Yeah, that isn't like a big bushy beard. That's actually just his chin. Just a chin under there. You just pop it off like.
If I had a mustache, I'd be holding Nikki back with my leg like this at the door. Just hold on, I gotta do the podcast. Y'all aren't ready for the mustache.
Coming away with a stick.
Then I'll start having to do the Hulk Hogan stuff.
And apparently Jaden Animations is still doing her fucking subathon thing.
Dude, she's going in the paint on that shit. I want to be able to do the fucking Pokemon game where the chat controls Pokemon. That shit was awesome. Monopolis, do you know how to fucking do that?
Do what?
The fucking thing where the chat can control your Pokemon game?
Oh, Twitch plays Pokemon type shit?
The one that Jaden did, it was just like the chat moved the character and picked whatever it was doing.
Yeah. So Twitch plays Pokemon. I can look into it.
I'm too stupid. I tried, I looked into it, and it was telling me all this shit about getting some attachment to Twitch and all that. I'm just like, bro.
I don't know, Chad, it seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
With the chat that you've got, it's gonna be.
Well, as long as you guys like don't name Pokemon really fucked up things, everything should be fine.
Yeah, don't trust Nino with that. You know, don't say some fucked up
Don't
crap.
ever trust me.
Because then, can I just blame like when they ban my channel? They're not just gonna be like, well, who was it that did this?
He's gonna name one of your Pokemon Adolf Hitler.
Oh shit! No Adolfs. Can we get
All of your Pokemon are just gonna be called Adolf.
can we get past the Adolfs, please?
No, because Nino keeps making them.
Jesus fucking Christ!
We're actually just gonna not. We're not gonna control it. We're just gonna let Nino control it. Just Nino control it in the chat.
Twitch plays Pokemon, but it's literally just
Nino's not allowed to control anything.
You just name one of your Pokemon El Solid and Lopunny.
Oh my god!
That's when the chat creativity comes out. That's.
I expect more from you guys than like dated.
We have
Than
worse ideas. We're just getting sent here.
y'all need to have better
We can't save them by.
the dated 4chan humor, man. Like y'all are still stuck on it.
it's funny.
I'm gonna be
It's the peak of comedy.
I'm gonna be like that weak ass mini lad. He was like, "Oh my god, they're still playing Gary's mod." Nate showed me some video of him talking about fucking Terrorizer and Nogla and all those guys, and he was like, "They're still playing Gmod. It's like 2022, isn't it? Like I just don't want to play Gmod anymore. That's lame. I've played so much Gmod. It's just like literally a canvas." That would be like a painter being like, "I'm so tired of painting. Who really paints anymore?" Like,
The thing is just cringe now.
yeah.
It's not the in thing anymore. Clearly, you've got to.
Yeah,
But you
instead of
charcoal
AI
is gonna
steal
be-
all your art and then sell that.
Or you just abuse your power to solicit things from people you shouldn't.
NFTs are the new hotness.
That ugly ass fucking monkey they keep pushing around.
Dude, that shit is just so lame. The only pictures that I want to collect and pay money for are these ones.
The original NFTs.
Yeah, I went on a rant last night. I'm trying to make a video right now, and I don't think it's going to work because I don't really know how to go about it. So maybe you guys can help me since you're fucking, brilliant and shit.
We got an audience right now, so do that.
Yeah. So I kind of want to talk about the soul of collecting nostalgic things, or just like archiving your video games, or even collecting comics, just like niche collecting circles, and like the way that social media at large has changed the whole mentality around it. Like 10 or 15 years ago, if you came over to my house and I had my Pokemon cards out, that conversation would be so different than the one that we would have now. Like, it would be like, whoa, I haven't seen this shit in forever. Like, this is awesome. Let me see it. I'm going to look through it. That's cool. And then, you know, now it would be like, damn, that shit is worth so much money, dude. And it's just like, that's not what makes this special.
No. For example, if I was able to get an up-close personal look at your collection behind you and stuff behind you, I wouldn't be like, oh, this stuff's worth so much money. I'd be like, oh, this stuff's cool. I'd be looking through everything, be analysing it. I wouldn't be touching it because that's just not cool.
Well, I mean, I don't care. That's what it's there for. And that's what I've started to realize. 10 or 15 years ago, my mentality around the whole situation would be like, yeah, here, check this out. Like, I would hand it to you and fucking, like, it would be what it was made to be done with. Like, those things were, that's a playing card game. You're supposed to play the game with those cards.
Well, it's like I've got a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I still play it. They're not in like any little card holders.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sleeves are one thing. I don't have anything against sleeves. And I obviously don't think there's anything wrong with displaying shit like these games and everything. But it comes down to the feeling you get, your thoughts about it whenever you have it are, I appreciate this. It has some emotional value to me. I have history with this shit. And it brings back good memories. Instead of, this is worth money. And if you're not selling it, then who gives a shit? Number one, if you're not selling it, then why do you have a price tag associated with it? I've stopped looking at prices for all of my shit. Once I realized what I was doing and how social media and like the community surrounding these hobbies have kind of formed how I feel about my own shit. I'm just like not interested.
Oh yeah, I don't even know the prices of like the what my price value of half my shit even is.
Yeah.
But I don't even care really. I don't even remember how much I paid for them in the first place.
But do you see on like Instagram and on social media platforms and shit like TikTok and all that, people will just have like their expensive item, whatever, game, cards, whatever, on display with like some neon lights and like, this is super rare and worth like $500 and like in the text. It's just like the same shit that they do to chicks on these platforms. Like, just with my cards, man. Don't hoe out my fucking Charizards, bro. Don't. And then you have people like, I'm done collecting retro games. The prices have just gotten so insane. That's not... Yes, if you want the most mint condition, complete in the box, perfectly good game that's like 20 years old, yeah, you probably have to pay a little bit. But if you want just the loose disc or cartridge and the fucking sticker on the cartridge is scuffed up a little bit, you can get that shit for like fucking $35, $40 max. Even the good games.
I've got a Game Boy Advance SP in there. And the thing is that it works perfectly fine. Outside of it, it's scuffed to fuck.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been through several fights in a car crash. But it works perfectly fine.
But see, that's why I've been taking into consideration of like, if I were ever to get like say a PS2 again, I wouldn't want to get like discs for it. I'd like to find a place where I can safely get like ROMs for it, and just like throw in a USB drive and just stick it in there that way. Like there's one list I checked out called Bim's Lair that people said was good, but some say it's like it's kind of slow at certain points.
Yeah.
But they say it's mostly safe to get ROMs off there.
I would.
Download limits and not fuck over all the servers.
Yeah. I would recommend. Probably that's the best. If I were ever to co-sign anything like that, which I don't, that might possibly, definitely, maybe be the one to use.
Yeah. Like just trying to find ones that people have already loaded games on, so like those PS2 2 terabyte thing you see on Etsy or something where they have like games already loaded on there.
Well, I will tell you this: it's not foolproof, but it's pretty good. I don't see it being much better than running PCSX2 on your computer, to be quite honest. If you're going that route, I would probably just not even buy the PS2. Unless you just really want that retro feel, because the PS2 is not HDMI. You're going to have to get the red, white, yellow aux cable converter to HDMI, unless you have an old TV you can use. Because it'll look like shit on a flat. Like, there's a lot of TVs that it'll just look awful on, the newer ones.
Well, I have this. I have the capture card that has like the component extension.
Uh-huh.
So I just like use that.
Yeah.
It goes in there, and the HDMI goes in the TV. So I'll use something like that.
But the PSX2, or PCSX2, I think is the name of it, is really fucking good, man. They've had it out for years and years. And even as far as the fucking Android PS2 emulator is fucking baller.
Like standalone PCS2 is still kind of dodgy. It still has the big fucking issues.
Mm-hmm.
Running it through a front end like RetroArch or some shit, we're so good.
Yeah. But like you have to get a memory card with like McBoot or something like that. You still have to use a disk for certain parts of running your shit off of an emulator on your PS2. You got to have like the fucking slim model to use the hard drive, so you can have like the 2 terabyte hard drive. I'm not sure if it can read 2 terabytes. It may be 1. I don't know. But it was pretty complicated because I looked into it. Like right now, I have a Super EverDrive in my SNES, and I'm trying to get one for my 64 just to have them set up. And I have the Wii modded with fucking the USB reloader thing. So it plays all kinds of fucking GameCube and Wii shit off of the fucking hard drive. But the PS2 one looks really difficult. And then there's something similar for the Dreamcast. But fuck, dude, you can just straight burn discs and put them in the Dreamcast. You burn ISO files onto a fucking disc and pop it straight in there, and it's like, here we go. That shit's been around. Like, that pretty much was the nail in the coffin for the Dreamcast, right? When people realized you could just straight fucking burn games and play them on it.
Dr. Gulf says he blames the Paul brothers for nerd stuff inflation.
I blame Gary V was bad for it too. Gary V was like, sealed product. It's like, you're meant to open that fucking shit, dude.
You should buy baseball cards.
But no, but the
Sell them on eBay.
here's what fucking trips me out about that, right? Here's what trips me out. A base set booster pack right now is how much money on eBay? I'll bet you it's damn near $1,000 for one pack of cards.
Jesus Christ.
Base set Pokemon sealed. Okay, this one's selling for $450 for a pack.
For a booster pack.
Yeah, for one pack.
Half a dollar.
Actually suck my dick.
Let's see.
You can
These are
I did-
$525, $479, $425. 3 packs for $998. But anyway, the odds of there being good cards in those packs are so small. I will tell you right now, when I was a kid and I opened packs of these cards, I probably opened over 500 before I got a Charizard. Ever. I mean, easily 500. And people are paying these exorbitant amount of dollars for these things. The cards inside them would most likely cost you like on a really good one like $100, and that's super.
PSA 10 Charizard's collateral for a new house at this point.
A PSA 10 Charizard is probably not going to come out of those packs though. Here's the thing, those packs are 20 some years old. The edges around them have a great chance of being damaged. Like, people don't usually pull pack fresh Charizards in modern times and get a PSA 10. Because they've been shook around, they've lived this long ass life of being moved around, and the shit's gotten scratched in the pack. Like, they're 20 some odd years old. It's crazy. It's crazy. The cards are not worth it. The only thing that makes them worth that is that the fucking plastic is pressed together on the fucking wrapper. It's crazy.
I just remember the days when they used to go down to paper shop and you'd spend like £1 or £2 and you just get a load of packs.
Yeah.
And then you just sit there ripping them open, looking at cards.
Oh yeah.
You just not give a shit. You're just like, oh yeah, I got some bad ones, but I got some
Dude, I remember opening base set Pokemon cards, and I'd be like, oh shit, it's hollow, and it'd be fucking Hitmonchan. I'd be like, fuck. That was like the shittiest hollow in the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, but then you just like, okay, yeah, I got some bad ones. Well, I could possibly trade them.
Yeah. Convince the younger kids on the bus that theirs ones sucked and these sucky ones are good. Yeah, no, I never did that, but there was a lot of people that did con little kids out of their cards, and I would fucking be so mad. Because I knew, like, what the good ones were, and... yeah.
You were the Pokemon Avenger, now.
I was never the Avenger, I was more like the, what you buying, you know.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Yeah.
Not only will you need cash, but you'll need guts to buy that card, stranger.
Because I worked at that little card shop as a kid, so I was the plug, you know. Yeah.
You were the man back then.
Yeah, I mean, there was a 1.5 year time where I was like, hell yeah.
Opens a big long pouch. A load of those like card holders.
Rolling out.
Dude, I could never buy one of these without being like, you motherfuckers resealed this. This is fake. I would never believe it was real. Never. Never, ever, ever. Because it would be too easy to fake that.
It's just a fucking crinkle drawing.
You know, like, yeah, they just stapled it back shut. Like, no, dude. This one was made in Bangladesh. Sorry.
They just draw the country of Bangladesh on there.
Yeah.
Taped back together with a really egregious amount of duct tape.
Mm-hmm. Super glued.
Not even a like clear tape or anything. No, just silver ass.
Straight up, yeah.
Wrapped all around.
Or like gorilla tape or something.
Not even just on that top. Around the whole thing.
Well, this one was this one was sold during the anthrax scare, so it was duly protected.
Whenever I hear Anthrax cry, I think of the band Anthrax, and every time just going to people's houses like, it's a madhouse! That's what I think of when I hear an Anthrax scare.
Jesus.
What happened to Anthrax? People used to mail that shit all the time. What happened to it?
They caught the crazy bastard that was doing it.
Yeah.
Wait. Are we being nostalgic for illnesses now and viruses?
I'm being nostalgic for Anthrax, and you can't stop
Get
me.
out of here, Nino.
What am I gonna be nostalgic about? Fucking
Pop-Tarts.
acid bombs?
Pop-Tarts.
Bring Scotty in back.
See, no Pop-Tarts, toaster strudels.
Look, why can't we have both?
Because toaster strudels are better.
No, dude, you use the Pop-Tarts as the bread and then have a toaster strudel in the middle. That would be a banging sandwich.
That's...
Actually,
He's on to something here.
No, he has a point.
we bridged something here.
No, we need to cancel Gnarly Kitchen. We need to get Chad Kitchen. Just put lots of stuff get there.
Chad Kitchen would be like literal fucking garbage that I throw together. It would be worse than prison food.
It would be cooked like an ape. You just
Yeah.
smashing stuff together and it works.
Today's episode, we have like Fruit Loops and some bologna. Let's go.
Yeah.
You just set out your ingredients very carefully.
I'm gonna eat the Fruit Loops, and Shorty's gonna eat the bologna. Here we go.
You somehow managed to get that fucking Rosanna Pansy chick on board.
Yeah.
Just can't keep up with you.
Jesus. I cannot cook. And that is no joke. But I do have...
Can any of us cook? That's the question.
I've worked in the kitchen for fucking years.
That bullshit to me.
Gordon Ramsay did a prison cooking show once, Dr. Dale said.
He did.
That's funny.
Taught prisoners how to cook, and then he gave them knives, and it got really interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's
He
exactly
gave
what
them
I
knives,
did.
and that's it.
He gave the
Give these
prisoners
dangerous
knives.
hardened
and
criminals
knives.
knives.
Well, listen, if anybody can yell and stop homicidal maniacs, it's probably Gordon Ramsay. You fucking what? You're gonna come at me with a bloody knife, you stupid motherfucker, knowing there's a cleaver right over there? What the fuck is wrong with you? Just,
And there's a problem with that shit.
and then
That shit wouldn't even work.
the maniac would
Instead of them being scared, they just stab him.
the maniac would just be like, bloody hell, he's right. I could have used the goddamn cleaver. Make him king.
I witnessed my dad losing his shit over Joe Rogan stand-up recently.
Oh God.
We watched this special Strange Time on Netflix, and Joe was talking about like how people feed like their cats like vegetables or whatnot. Like, you can't cranberry, stupid bitch.
Yeah, my cat will fucking sit there if I'm eating anything and like reach up to me with its paw and like grab at me and stuff, and I'm like, yes, I know you're here. I mean, I don't need you to let me know, and I'm not trying to give you all my food.
My cat is like, whenever I'm eating anything, he'll be stealthily sneaking up on me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm staring right at him.
Yeah, you're doing so good, dude. So good.
He's like, good job, big man. You got it right.
Yes, Ramsey is a black belt as well.
Dustin will just stare at me until I fucking cry.
Ramsey's done a
Yeah.
lot of shit.
Speaking of shit, I'm about to have to go take a massive one. And we're here at the end of the podcast. So,
Solid way to end that.
how the heck are y'all?
Oh, I'll bet it's solid.
It may not be. I've drank a fair amount of coffee, so it could be like the scatter shot, you know.
Oh, no.
Chad wins by
You've got the pallet shot.
Chad wins by mudslide.
Yeah. Earthquake. Any parting turds? I mean, words?
No. Get some more fiber in your diet.
Yeah, subscribe to the podcast. Share the podcast.
Don't mail people anthrax.
Do not ever do that. Ever. You probably shouldn't be anywhere near it. Let's be real. Nobody should be anywhere near that shit.
You should probably be questioning your life choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've only had a couple good songs, but you know, it's just doing it.
Yeah, listen, Testament is a way better band than Anthrax. Fuck you all.
And to all a good night.